Mann, Mann, Mann. Teuflisch, teuflisch. Danke für die Fahrt. Ich muss weg.
I really don't get that guy. He forgot to close the door again. The last few years have been really transformative for the Nissan Rogue, with a redesign in 2021, which I think was much needed, and a new powertrain in 2022 to give it a bit more power. This is Nissan's best-selling vehicle in the US market. In 2023, it didn't really get anything else, but it doesn't really matter since I still think it's a great-looking car. My name is Dave, and you're watching Imagine Autos.
Imagine Autos, the premier video-centric car shopping portal.
Today we have the Platinum trim for the Rogue, which starts at about 37,000 MSRP, which is the top of line trim. But the most popular trim that gets sold is the SV trim, which starts off at around 29,000 MSRP. And the basic trim starts off at 27,000 MSRP. We're gonna be taking a look at the design, the interior, the performance, and how practical and comfortable it is for everyday use. So is the Rogue better than the better selling CR-V or the Toyota RAV4? Let's take a look and you can decide after the review. Now, before we get started in this review, I just want to say thank you to our friends here at Route 22 Nissan in Hillside, New Jersey for lending us their cars for the review that you're watching today. So the redesign of the Nissan in 2021 gave it a much sharper look. I really like the grille V right here. It sort of adds like a devilish, foxy flair to it. That's how it feels to me. The headlights, I always look at the headlights as eyes. So here, it just looks like a more devilish Rogue, I guess that's what they're going for, look to the new redesign. The nice large Nissan badge in the middle is a great centerpiece to the front. The splitter on the bottom with its nice grille gives it a nice look, and then we have vents here to improve aerodynamics to give this a better fuel efficiency. The Platinum trim of the Rogue comes with 19-inch alloy wheels, and they look really good in my opinion. I love that two-tone color of the dark gray and the silver. It almost look like they're kind of swords pointing to the center, which is pretty cool. Side view mirrors, nothing special about them. They're a little stout, not so wide as other vehicles I've seen, but they still look pretty good in terms of size so that you can see clearly in your blind spot and the back. And there is a blind spot indicator. Now for the back of the Rogue, I think it's one of the better looking rear ends so far that I've seen in this segment. It's definitely better than the redesigned CR-V that Honda has, because that one is kind of flat, plain. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just very basic, plain looking design. This one right here, we have the back end spoiler, the nice chrome piece right here that helps adds a little bit more flair to the back of the vehicle. I like that there's a nice big badge of Rogue right in the center, and this is the Platinum all-wheel drive edition. So let's take a look at the trunk. It's actually fairly decent size, especially when you put all the seats down in the back, and lays nice and flat, and it's quite comfortable. Damn it, Thor, again? How do you even get in? You don't even have the key. Thor, get out of here. Come on, I'm trying to do a car review. Thor, I'll see you at the deli. Sorry about that. Now the trunk seems a little short, I think, compared to the other crossover SUVs that we've seen in the market. The space is not particularly huge, but not particularly small. Let's see what it looks like when we drop down the seats. Oh. Okay, the one thing I definitely want to say about the Nissan one though is that it lies flat. So even though this part is a little bit more raised up compared to other SUVs that I've seen, the back seats will fold down perfectly flat. And this is actually quite comfortable to lay down on. I'm gonna take a nap, we'll come back later. Now that I've taken my nap, let's see what's under here. Oh, I think this might be an optional extra, but it looks like we got a spare tire. Is it a temporary spare? Looks like it's a temporary spare. It's definitely not as thick as the other wheels. But once everything's folded down, actually, it's a lot of room. For the passenger, wow, there is a lot of space back here. I like it. Thor will definitely be happy about this. Oh, You forgot Mew Mew again. Ah, that guy. But we have in the back seats, looks like climate control back here, heated seats. Oh, that's very nice. And also a USB-C and a USB-A charging point with vents for the rear passengers. This actually has pockets behind the driver's side seat. I don't know why when they do pockets on one side and no pockets on the other. That's kind of weird. I mean, those are usually the basic trims, but I still find that weird. For the doors, we have a nice big little hole there for nice large drinks or a lot of snacks, and they do not feel like they are auto-powered windows. Like, what's up with that? This is a platinum trim, Nissan. You put automatic power windows there, but at least you get a nice shade that you can pull up when the sun is too bright for you, which is nice to have. And I like how it just blends right into the door sill. So for the passenger side, oh wow. Okay, I just sat in the back and I said it was a lot of room. There's so much room left in the front, so that means a lot of leg room for the people sitting behind me. I'm 5'9", this is a very comfortable setting for me right now. My feet are flat onto the floor. So whoever's sitting behind me, unless you are like, I don't know, 6.5 foot tall, you should be very comfortable back there. Here we have door locks over here. Looks like some compartment right here and a nice big compartment for a drink over there. Wow. Even the passenger side window does not have automatic power up and down. I'm paying a lot of money for this platinum trim Nissan, come on. Is this real wood? No, it's plastic. Yeah, that's definitely plastic. Ooh, but a nice leather trim right here with the stitching. That is a nice touch. This right here feels pretty premium, but pretty hard, but it doesn't matter. You can definitely put some things on this dashboard right here, so that's a nice touch. And the glove compartment, you know, decent size. We have the center console. Oh, it opens up in a fancy automatic way, but not that much space inside because it's trying to be a little fancy. You don't need to be fancy. I know this is a higher trim, but this just eats up space. It looks like there's no USB ports inside for charging any devices in there. Let's check out the driver's side. Here on the driver's side, we have the same compartments as the passenger side, little space here, and here are the typical dials. We got the locks, side mirrors, and yep, definitely not power windows. I mean, not automatic power windows. For a 40+K vehicle, I think you need to add that. We just got simple buttons on this trim. What is this? This is related to cruise control, but it's not, oh, steering assist. Okay, this is steering assist with cruise control, light gauges. Ooh, a nice protection plate here with the badge Rogue right at the door sill. That's a nice touch. Let's check out all of this. Wow. Once I close the door, the outside noise dropped down by a lot. So I'm really excited to test that out when we do the test drive to see how the outdoor and road noise is. The steering wheel feels quite premium. I like the thickness of it. It's a little bit too high for me right now. Let's drop it down, push it in. Oh yeah, there we go. Much better. The leather feels pretty nice. We have the standard buttons that we see in a lot of cars these days. So we have, looks like cruise control over here, controlling calls over here. Looks like this is car distance, probably lane assist and collision detection, or pre-collision detection, I'm sorry. Looks like media controls over here. And this should allow me to change the display in the dash right here. And this is a full digital display, so no analog whatsoever. Oh, wow. This is definitely a quite responsive display. Even though there are transitions, they're quite quick, snappy, and I do not feel like it's taking too long. That's very nice and bright. I like that a lot. We got some paddle shifts, so we're gonna test that out later when we're driving the vehicle. Let's take a look at the center console right here in the infotainment section. I wish this was as snappy as that. It's not as snappy. Yeah, there's a slight kind of half a second delay. For these, I just like it to be quick, snappy, UI. Some physical buttons to do what some of these are here. Here's menu and menu, audio. So for those that like the physical buttons, you have those, or you can just use the display. Looks like you don't control the climate on the digital display. It's all physical down here. So let's turn that on. Okay, ooh, we got heated steering. It's over here. Heated seats for both the driver and the passenger. Looks like we can control the rear temperature, but there's also dials in the back for them. Looks like we got a 12-volt outlet right there, a USB-C, USB-A for charging your phone, and a wireless charging station. Oh, yeah, my guy needs some juice. And this looks pretty nice. This feels much more premium. It sort of mimics a shift knob that you're kind of used to, but a little bit different. We got different driving modes right over here. We got auto, snow, off-road, eco mode, and sports mode. Definitely gonna be trying that out. And then I like that the cup holders are here, because when I grab the shift knob, no drinks are gonna be in the way. I hate it when it's right here and you just have to go around. So Nissan, good thinking there. So let's open up the top. Wow. Oh. Okay, I thought it was just one big glass, but there is this center beam right here, but I get it, structural support. Oh, it's a 2-stage, so I think the whole top opens. Nope, this is it. I thought the whole thing would open, but of course, there's only so much space on the ceiling for making space for that really large moonroof. It's quite nice, I like it. For some reason, I do like this. It has a very chic feel to it. I don't know why. It's just how I feel. This Nissan Rogue comes with a 1.5 liter turbocharged engine that is paired with a CVT transmission so that you get high fuel efficiency. It is about 201 horsepower with 225 pound-feet of torque, and you can go from 0 to 60 in just over 8 seconds. So it's not a slouch, but it's not really that fast either. The fuel efficiency on this is best in its class for non-hybrids. So we're getting 29 city, 36 I believe on the highway, and like 32 combined. There is no hybrid version of this vehicle in the US market, but if we're just talking about a gasoline engine, this one will give you the best fuel efficiency out of all its competitors. I actually kind of like the feel of this. This is the first time I've used one of these shift knobs. Seems pretty nice. Let's see what happens when we change it to sports mode over here. Okay, we got paddle shifters. Looks like I have to drive a little bit to get engaged, just like the Altima. Oh, you know what? Here, hold on, give me that. It has a heads-up display, so you can see how fast you're going without looking down. I really like that. Ooh. Okay, not too bad. It gets a little bit, takes a little bit to get going, but once it does, you definitely feel the power kind of surge in. So that's kind of nice. The suspension feels decently stiff. Not the stiffest, we're definitely leaning. Now for the braking, it's got decent brakes. But for the road noise, you hear the humming of the engine, but it's not that loud. It just kind of hums through into the cabin. Seems like at least the build quality is good enough that the outside noise, it feels quieter than the Altima. Okay, well, the response of the steering wheel, there's a slight lag to when I'm making the turn. It feels like it's like, okay, you want to make a left now? I got you. Like it takes a little bit to respond to me when I'm making the turns.
You haven't done the reversing.
I haven't done the reversing. You are correct, Thor. Okay. Let's back it up and see the rear. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, you get a 360 view of what's around. So let's get close to this Altima and see if it shows up. It's got the guided lines. It's got where your butt is heading towards and where it's going to. So the added lines I do like. Oh, and you can see the Altima showing up in the screen right there. So this is actually quite nice to have. I mean, it's all janky the way it looks, but it's definitely a nice way to give you an idea of what's around you. So we're not super close to it, but I like it. I think it looks better than a lot of its competitors. It does give you a lot for what you're paying for compared to its competitors, so it's quite compelling to consider this over the others. I do like the Rogue. I like how the Rogue plate, protection plate on the door lights up. Pretty nice. The Nissan Rogue is a compelling buy for the crossover compact SUV segment. I know why now this is the best-selling vehicle that Nissan has. I would consider this. It's definitely on the short list if you want to look at crossover SUVs. Check this out. It might be for you.
Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. Imagine Autos offers you a whole new way to look at cars through videos. When you use our website or the app, you have access to video spotlights from our walk-around style footage of the exact car you're looking to purchase. So you want to look at the condition of the tires. All you have to do is click on the tire icon and the video will jump ahead to show you the car's tires. Imagine Autos helps you imagine your next car today, and our app allows users to experience augmented reality of new cars. With this feature, you can place that new car in your driveway or out on the road. So head over to imagineautos.com to see for yourself. The next big thing in car shopping. We'll catch you in the next video.